Pepsi. Everybody knows who Pepsi is. So how are you going to get people's attention is different than an unknown brand like the company that sells these cats playing with yarn sweatshirts. That might look a little bit different when you're trying to get a following. Next, affinity is building the relationship with your target market to where you guys maybe have a back and forth. They've got the warm fuzzies about you. They feel good. A great example of this is like Hydro Flask has like a great relationship. Like you guys all are like very passionate about your Hydro Flasks. It's like not only a great product, but it's kind of like a status, a social symbol. Next one is acquisition. That is literally point of sale. So that's going from just saying that you like their product to actually purchasing their product. Like it's in your cart and you buy it. How often does that happen where we put something in our cart, but we don't actually buy it? Yeah, I've done that before. We're talking about when you actually buy it. Point of sale in a store is like when you get up to the cash register. That's called a point of sale. Lastly, we have advocacy, and that's building brand loyalty and cheerleaders for your brand. So people that are like Hydro Flask all the way or Dutch Bros all the way. I won't go to anybody else. I'll take a picture with Dutch Bros every time I have it and post it to my social media. So we are I'm going to show you guys an example of the 4A's using Casper Mattress Company. And if you don't know Casper, they were the first or one of the very first to have the mattresses that are delivered to your door in a big box versus, I mean, like before that, everybody had to go to the mattress store or the furniture store to order your mattress. And these guys came up with the idea of like being able to put a mattress in a box and deliver it to you. So they are highly recognized in the social media world for their strategy, their social media strategy. So we're going to look at an example of Casper mattress. Here we go. So to get attention, they were using Twitter. Twitter was like their main feed. That was like their bread and butter. So what they started doing was releasing these tweets that are just kind of funny, kind of clever, that people may like maybe chuckle or, kind of think a little bit. Like this second one here doesn't even have anything to do with like sleeping or mattresses or anything. It's just kind of clever. So they just kind of threw out these things like, isn't it weird that in order to fall asleep, you have to pretend that you are already asleep? And people started like, you can see they started retweeting them, hearting them. I don't know what it's called on Twitter, liking them. I don't know. And so what happened was they started to build an affinity with their customers, so relationship. So people were like tweeting at them, retweeting them. These people, like this person saying like social media Casper person, tell your boss you deserve a raise. This one is saying that shout out to the 2015 brand that understood me the most on Twitter, which was Casper. And then a side note, the Casper Twitter account is on fleek. You'll have to forgive them for using the word on fleek. This was back in 2015. But it says them response times. We're going to come back to that. We're going to circle around. And then a couple of more people just tweeting them and them getting some traction on it. So after they started building this relationship, we kind of move on to the acquisition part. So they went from 5,000 Twitter followers to 50,000 in a year, which is pretty fantastic. They doubled their engagement on nearly every tweet. So people were actually responding and they were building this affinity. Now, lastly, it said our customers send feedback to our support team claiming it was Casper's lightning fast response time and ability to make sleep fun. I think it says feel fun on a Casper or make sleep on a Casper. Okay, now I can see it on a Casper feel exciting that gave them the final push they needed to hit the order button. So when they had a question about the mattress, they had a team or a person at least responding to everything on Twitter as fast as they could because their thought process was if people kind of let this sit in their cart, they might not actually buy it. So this was the acquisition piece that they really nailed. Now, the last part was advocacy. And some of you might have seen these unboxing videos before. There's like hundreds of them on YouTube. They're kind of cool because you can see exactly how the product works.